All right. I think we're live. Yay.
We are? Yay.
Think so. Hi, everyone.
Hello, guys.
Welcome to today's virtual write-in. November 14th. It's almost halfway through the month. I can't believe
Oh,
it.
almost exactly halfway day.
Yeah. Actually, it might be the 15th for some
Oh, true,
folks
true.
in a different time zone. But yeah, wild. I feel like we just started writing yesterday. So
Right?
um, but yeah, feel free to say hi in the chat. Tell us where you are in your word counts. How's it going for you? Um, I'm a I'm I'm a little scared to share what my word count is because it's very low.
Um, it's okay. Mine's low too. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've been like very jumpy, and I keep like writing like random stuff, and I'm like, this isn't my story, but I'm writing something, so I guess it's okay. Then.
Maybe you're doing the like sculpting it from a block of marble. Like you're writing all the stuff that you know it isn't, and somehow you'll that's how you'll find out what it is. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
that's how that works.
writing is mysterious, and I don't know what it does sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I do feel like I just get in a sort of fugue state and write something, then I'm like, oh, where did that come from? I don't even know.
Okay. I mean, look at these word counts. Um, a lot of you are like halfway, which congrats if you
That's
are.
awesome.
Um, but some of y'all are like, even if you're not at 25K, it's fine. Um, so like anyone who's like, oh, I'm only like 6K or like 5K, I relate to you heavily because that's basically where I am.
Yeah, so for those of you who have not been to a virtual write-in before, basically what it's going to look like is for the next hour, we'll be here sharing some writing prompts and getting to chat about our novels and um, getting to, yeah, hopefully getting some more words into our word counts there.
Yeah, even if it's just little words. Remember, guys, any word is a word. Um, so yeah. Um, Oh, just a heads up, don't forget to update your word count. So I know I've definitely forgotten to do that. And remember to hit subscribe so you can like get notifications for new events, including more virtual write-ins or any any forgets the word for a second, a webcast.
It's
I
okay.
promise I know words, guys.
Been writing so many words.
Okay. So I think we can just get straight um into writing. Where's
Yeah,
my
let's do
timer?
it.
Where'd my timer go? So this one, so my theme, I guess there's a theme, is world building, kind of, but not like really scary world building. Well, I hope it's not really scary world building. Because I feel like I've been really into world building lately, which is really surprising because it usually scares me. But anyway, so our warm-up prompt is list places that your character visits or could visit in the story. So this could be plot related, like the bank where the heist happens or the castle where the epic battle occurs, or it could be like related to backstory and we never actually see in a story, like a character's childhood home or some forest they played in when they were little, stuff like that. So we'll write for like 5 minutes, and if that prompt doesn't work for you, then just write whatever comes to mind. Again, words are words. You can write anything you want. Okay, so let's begin. And there we go. So we'll write until 11. And the prompt is in the chat, or will be in the chat in a second.
It is now. I just
Oh,
sent
it
it.
is now? Okay. And that's time. So feel free to just shake it off, get back into the physical realm, and let us know your word count or how that went. Or list some places that you were thinking of. Let's see.
Are there any particular places you went during that sprint?
For me, okay, I was like it was did- like a follow-up to like a conversation with a friend I had last night where we were just like making stuff um what like departments were in this like big organization building because they're like a magical like dimension traveling like organization. So it's like oh so like what funny like weird like sections of like building that they have. And so we're like, okay, so here's one for just like spells, here's one for just maps, and I bet like the map people, I'm like their job's probably really hard or something because like different worlds keep like popping up and like they're probably stressed. And then like just like the cafeteria and then like so on. And it's like just really fun coming up with like just like thinking of like places in like one building.
That's great.
Let's see.
85 words
Uh,
of a character having a crisis in the middle of a dream village. I feel like I had that dream last night.
let's see. Oh, I like Abby's, whose I was listing places where my main character was the happiest. A beach house where she spent a summer with best friends, a forest where she got her first kiss. That's so cute. Let's see. Uh,
Getting some great ideas for my main character's fantasy escapes. Thanks, guys.
um, Amy said 254. One of my characters was just broken up with in a burger joint. I don't know. But thankfully, her new friends are there to spill food on themselves to cheer her up. Cute. Uh, Sarah Sanders says, I just wrote on. So if you really want to place my main character's bedroom, I found out a new detail about it.
Nice.
Ooh. These are all like great places, guys. I love reading like about locations because I'm like, I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot of learning just from like places. I feel like I get like a little glimpse at your stories without like knowing the plot or like the summary necessarily. I'm just like, oh, how do like all these places relate to each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Few more of these. Brittany says, had my story go with my main character going to interview some prison maids to catch a killer at large. That's intense. Um, Kim said this got me thinking about a place where the urban magic was originally created. I like that. Um, that's also something like when I like start listing places, I start like questioning like I guess like the whys of like, wait, why is this place even here? Or like how this thing might come up. And you can get really lost in it,
Yeah.
but it's really fun just like exploring it. And I think that's like part of the fun of writing. You don't really like get to like Um, you don't like you sometimes just don't like get to like those questions until you like actually start writing.
That's true.
Okay. So I got another question for y'all, and maybe you can like help each other out. But I'm wondering, what's your go-to writing motivator? Is it a special treat, the satisfaction of numbers going up, a personal mantra, or like belief you want to like adhere to, or maybe you just want to like win a writing rivalry? Wow, I can't like talk. Rivalry. There we go.
Yeah, I know. I have some friends who like do writing sprints together, and like, oh, I need to get more words than this person, and that does not work for me because I'm very like I'm not very competitive. So I think I definitely use little treats to keep myself going.
I think I'm trying to think of mine. I feel like um hmm, okay, I guess this doesn't really count, but I really like writing with like a body double. So like just having like calling my friend or something and we just both write together on call with like a timer on or something.
Mm.
And like um I feel like that's just motivational because like, oh, I get to spend some time with my friend, but I'll also be productive.
Yeah, I also feel like if
What
somebody's
else?
there, oh sorry, so, yeah, if somebody's there, even if they're not paying attention to you, you're like, oh, I can't have to do the thing that I'm supposed to do. Like they'll know if I don't. So
Um I also feel like it's just good to have like a little treat. Um I like okay, I feel like I don't have like a go-to, like a consistent one, but like my current treat right now is like these okay, you know like when it's like near the holiday season you get like those bins of like those shortbread cookies
oh
and
yeah.
sometimes you're like family members, usually like a grandma or something, will like put stuff in that bin and it's usually not the cookie.
Yep.
Anyway, I got one of those bins and there's cookies.
There's cookies inside your cookie bin. What wildness is this? Sarah said my friend wants me to read my stories to her, so I have to write them.
Oh. Um, I do have friends who also really want to like read my stories, and I'm like, sometimes it is a good motivational thing, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I guess it like scares me off a little. I'm like, ah,
Like a couple of people in the chat, like, wait, that's not sewing supplies in the cookie bin.
yeah, there's not sewing supplies for one.
So for
Hey,
yourself.
here's a
Oh,
world building question, guys. In your world, what did they put in the cookie?
oh man, that's actually a really great world building question. What do they put in the cookie bin? Kim says, my motivation to avoid housework. Nice.
That's good. Let's see.
Rose says, I just found out this month that word crawls provide great motivation to actually write instead of staring at the screen.
Ooh.
Do a lot of staring at the screen.
Um, I like Aleene's just overall motivation to do something for myself and get back into something I so much enjoyed doing as a kid and as a teenager.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's like when you really get into you're just writing just to write, and kids are like really good at that.
Hmm.
But like when you get older, you're like, oh my gosh, get too many thoughts.
Yeah. Samchi said maybe cool rocks is what they put in the cookies in their world.
Oh, I scroll down, I see everyone's cookie um things. Um, I like we got Caitlin's pretzels. Yeah, like throw them off, put something else in there. decide for yourself. The cookies put you in.
So like kill a fish. No cookies allowed in my horror thriller. That is a horror. No cookies.
Oh no, I mean, you can have some. Maybe no one will eat them, but they can be sad.
All right, shall we move on to the next writing sprint?
Yeah. Okay, scrolling, scrolling. There we go. Okay, so to continue off the previous prompt, take one of those places that you listed out and write a scene where your main character visits it. What do they see, hear, touch, smell, etc.? Basically, all the senses. What's the first thing they notice? How do they feel visiting a place like that? Um, so we'll write for 10-ish minutes once I find my timer again. Where to go? My poor timer. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll write to like about 32. And again, if that prompt doesn't work for you, then don't use it. Just write whatever comes to you. Okay, and go. And that's time. Feel free to leave your word count, how that went, some snippets of what's going on. Let's see.
Linda said my character goes to a police station, sees the faded color on the walls, and smells bleach as though someone has cleaned, but the place looks anything but clean.
Ooh,
Yeah, I feel like that's a really evocative setting.
that's real good.
Some good details in there. Good word counts fits prompt. Queen got 400 and about 700 so far today. Nice.
Ooh.
We got 176 for this prompt.
Kara said 91 words, not as much bullying rewriting this time. That's always the goal.
That's a win for sure.
I feel like sometimes the goal is just like I didn't delete anything or rewrote anything, and that's sometimes really hard to do. So congrats.
Helen got 637 words and said, "Things are getting romantic at last, but I have a cold and have never felt less romantic in my life."
Uh, Ken Red Queen says my MC ended up talking to a squirrel. He didn't know he could blow.
That's great.
That's such a funny skill to like learn that you randomly have.
Suddenly learn that you have. Or I guess the real skill is when the squirrel starts talking back to you.
Oh, true. Like, how do you know how the squirrels could be?
Definitely have some squirrels who run in my backyard that I talk to sometimes, but they've never said anything to me. So
Uh, let's see. Uh, Grace says, working on the most tragic of all tragic backstories in my cast. I'm feeling especially cruel. Yeah.
Soul rode 120-ish and said it was a real hiking trail with real wilderness.
Ooh.
Yeah, if the prompts don't work for you, that's fine. I saw
Um,
and Jay was suggesting if you need a different prompt to try changing the weather or throw in a natural disaster to give your characters a kick in the pants to start doing something unexpected.
um, Ellen had to do a little research for one location. Um, let's see. So y'all are doing good. Also, if y'all like miss any of the prompts, they should be in the YouTube
Yeah,
description eventually.
they're the first two prompts are now in the YouTube description.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, if you missed them, they're there. You can also go back and watch this video or any of our other write-ins on YouTube. They're recorded and put up forever, basically, or as long as YouTube is around. So
Yeah, I hope YouTube doesn't. Like I know most social media aren't looking too great, but I'd hope YouTube would stay.
um,
Ah, okay, so I got another question. This one's really silly. It's totally related to world. This is very important. This is the most important question you'll ever ask yourself about your characters. It's what flavor of cake would your main character like? If they don't seem like a cake person, what dessert would they like? Or do they
Mm.
like hate sweets altogether and they want something else?
Oh man. I haven't asked myself about that about my main character, and I feel like I don't even know them. But you,
Uh, I'm feeling I feel like she would be like I feel like she'd be okay with sweets, but not really like a cake person. I'm getting like cupcake vibes. Not
mm-hmm.
sure what flavor yet, but cupcake vibes for sure.
Nice. There's a bakery down the street from me that sells like it's like kind of cupcake flights. Like they're very
Oh,
tiny cupcakes,
that's
but
cute.
have four different kinds, which I really enjoy. If anybody's looking for a writing treat.
Um, I know like in some plate locations around here, I know like in an airport, I don't know where else they have it, but they have like this cupcake like vending machine.
Cool.
And I'm like, that sounds like so futuristic to me. Just to, like be able to like order cupcakes from the vending machine.
Yeah, wild. 7 Up pound cake. Man, that is a
Whoa.
very specific cake for a character, and I feel like it tells me a lot about them.
Let's see. Oh, everyone got cake opinions.
What have you done, Josie?
I'm also curious if y'all like the character like your character's favorite, or you're just like, I would never eat this, but this is what it was like.
Mm-hmm. Instead, no, no, give her strong coffee, nothing sweet.
I like Journey's debut. Suddenly I think an ice cream float.
People saying, "Oh man, now I want cake." I'm sorry. I've been watching Great British Bake Off. I've done the thing to you
Oh,
that I shouldn't. That always happens to me when I watch that show, where I'm like, "Okay, now I need a snack." I'm sorry.
uh, Maria says Skittles, not cake.
Ooh, that makes me want to know what a Skittles cake would taste like.
Oh, oh. Hmm. I have to think about that because I can't decide if that would be good or like not good.
It would probably be a total abomination, but you never know until you try.
Um,
I feel like one of my characters would shout "raisin cake" just to make the others angry. Oh yeah. Oh no, 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 no Bake Off spoilers. I think we're a few episodes behind in the US. So please no spoilers.
spoiler warning for Great British Break Off, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I the one cake that I made that I was like extremely proud of was a carrot cake. So that
ooh,
that might be that might be my favorite cake. Might be my character's favorite cake too. I'll have to ask him.
hmm. I'm trying to think of my favorite cake. I like carrot cake. I also like cheesecake. I think there's like a whole like debate you can do about cheesecake because
I'm gonna say
apparently I just ran into one of these where like people like have really strong opinions about cheesecake, and I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. I just like cheesecake.
I mean, I feel like that's a question too, is cheesecake cake? Like
Oh no.
could go down that whole rabbit hole.
Oh no. Yeah, could you like argue it's a pie or something? I probably like
Or yeah, I don't know. Ooh, NJ asked, what would chocolate from Mars taste like?
whoa.
I'm assuming that's related to your story.
I guess it depends if it's like brought in because like I feel like you know how there's like astronaut food and that like messes like because it's not like one to one,
Oh yeah.
or like they made chocolate with something else and I don't know what that would taste like.
But yeah, I think especially if you're writing like a fantasy or a sci-fi or some kind of world that is not based in our own But sometimes even worlds that are based in our own, just thinking about like, oh, where do the ingredients for making your character's favorite food come from? Like, I don't know. That could open up some world building possibilities. That might also open up a can of worms that you don't want to look at right now because you're just focusing on your story. But
Yeah, yeah, guys, don't fall into the baking debates because there's some intense ones out there.
all of these novels are going to be like halfway through just a feast dessert scene.
Um, oh, I like okay, CB 394. So skill cake, if done right, would be separate layers per flavor.
Oh
Huh.
yeah.
Okay, I like that because I like before I was thinking of like it all like mashed together, and that sounds really bad.
Yeah, no, I like that, the separate layers. All right, we should stop talking about cake while I
Oh
still have
gosh, yeah.
my self-control.
Okay. So our last prompt, and again, you don't have to do it. You could write about cake. If this got you thinking about cake, go ahead and write about cake. That's not the prompt though. Okay. Our prompt though is okay, you take the same setting you wrote about in the last prompt, and you do it again, this time from the perspective of a different character. So this could be like an antagonist, a friend of the main character, or even like an animal or an object. So what pops out to this character? Do some things look different, or do they notice something the main character didn't? Does the place invoke a different emotion to them? Um, basically, it's like how does like a different perspective change the place? If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll do that for 10 minutes. Well, I'll give y'all like another minute, actually. Yeah, 11 minutes
Bonus
for that
minute.
cake. Y'all earned another minute.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay, so that's till 55, probably. Yeah, yeah. Okay. There. Okay. Have fun, guys. And that's time. Feel free to leave your final word count or how that word prompt looked for you. I can talk, promise.
And you don't need to be able to talk, just write, right? Did you end up writing about setting or cake?
I was like, I really wanted to get back into the setting, but like cake really drew me in. And I was like, I think they're just gonna talk about their cake opinions for a second. Um, this is not something that'll end up in a final copy, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about cake.
Right? You should write what you're interested in. So
This is
write what's
cake.
calling to you in the moment.
Let's see. I like the side for yourself being like 423, you beat that, Kevin. Sorry that anyone actually named Kevin. You know, I think that's a good um thing. If you don't have anyone have a Ryan rivalry with, just make one up.
make up make up somebody to be. Yeah,
I mean, you already make up characters, might as well make
that's
a,
true.
a rival.
Alexa got 389. Fake blood got 447. Family being reunited and everyone is all loud and happy. Nice.
Oh, uh-oh. Yeah. Amy says 589 words, and I feel like I didn't write about anything at all. I went by in a blur. I feel like, yeah, some of these writing sessions are just like that.
Hmm. But hey, if you have, almost 600 words at the end of it, that's great.
Grace said 369. I wrote about setting, but I got in a box of dried out cupcakes meant for ducks in the park, and that 7 up pound cake. Yay.
Yeah, there we go. If you're feeling stuck, you can put some cupcakes as an Easter egg in your story.
Um, to anyone who has cake in your house right now or like wherever you live, I think you deserve it and you should totally get a bite afterwards. Um, NJ has some good advice here. If it gives you strong feelings, it'll give your reader strong feelings. We remember the wording of stories we love, but we also remember how they make you feel. Very true.
Sarah said, I wrote a short scene out of a secondary character's perspective, so I finished the chapter with more words than I planned, and I got to know my bodyguard a bit better.
Ooh, fun. Um, I'm glad to remind y'all if you have cake. Um, I appreciate the cake is a lie joke. I haven't heard that in a long time. Portal, portal.
Nice.
Um,
Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us today and for joining our cake discussions. Very important cake discussions, and also some writing. But
yeah, I'm glad y'all like were able to take some time over today and join us. Um,
yeah,
and
keep
yeah,
keep writing, keep updating your
yeah,
word counts.
it's very important you update that word count.
It's a good feeling. But,
And don't forget to subscribe to get notifications when we have more videos. We just uploaded a YouTube guide video. You should check that out.
yeah, we've been partnering with some YouTubers who are giving some writing advice. So yeah, definitely check those out on our channel and keep writing. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See y'all.
All right, thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.